The investigation lasted over 20 years and involved police forces from multiple countries before investigators finally identified the suspect. The case revolutionized forensic science and changed how law enforcement agencies collaborate internationally. But this was just one of many criminal investigations that transformed modern policing methods and helped create the investigative techniques we use today. Throughout history, certain criminal cases have been so complex and challenging that they've forced law enforcement to develop entirely new investigative methods. These cases led to breakthroughs in forensic science, criminal psychology, and international police cooperation. Today, we're examining the most significant criminal investigations that changed how we solve crimes and protect communities. If you're interested in learning about forensic science, criminal psychology, and how law enforcement has evolved, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to explore these fascinating investigative breakthroughs, and let me know in the comments which case you found most interesting from a scientific perspective. Now let's dive into these landmark criminal investigations. In the 1970s, the FBI began developing a revolutionary approach to solving complex criminal cases through behavioral analysis. This scientific method changed how investigators understand criminal behavior and helped solve cases that had remained unsolved for years. The Behavioral Science Unit was established at the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia, where investigators began systematically studying criminal behavior patterns. They interviewed hundreds of convicted criminals to understand the psychological factors that drive criminal behavior. This research led to the development of criminal profiling, a technique that uses behavioral analysis to create detailed descriptions of unknown suspects. Profilers examine crime scene evidence, victim selection, and behavioral patterns to develop psychological profiles that help narrow down suspect lists. The technique proved revolutionary in solving complex cases. Instead of relying solely on physical evidence, investigators could now use behavioral science to understand how criminals think and operate. This helped them predict future actions and identify potential suspects. One of the most significant early successes involved a case in Atlanta, where investigators used behavioral analysis to identify patterns in a series of crimes. The profile helped investigators focus their resources on specific types of suspects, leading to a breakthrough in the case. The development of criminal profiling required extensive research into criminal psychology. FBI agents studied criminal behavior in unprecedented detail, conducting hundreds of interviews with convicted criminals to understand their motivations and methods. This research revealed important patterns in criminal behavior. Investigators learned that criminals often follow predictable patterns in victim selection, crime scene behavior, and post-crime actions. Understanding these patterns helped law enforcement predict and prevent future crimes. The success of behavioral analysis led to the establishment of the National Center for the Analysis of Violent Crime, which provides profiling services to law enforcement agencies worldwide. This center has assisted in thousands of investigations and helped solve cases that might otherwise have remained unsolved. Criminal profiling has continued to evolve with advances in psychology and technology. Modern profilers use sophisticated computer models and statistical analysis to create more accurate and detailed profiles. They also work closely with other forensic specialists to provide comprehensive investigative support. The impact on law enforcement has been profound. Police departments worldwide now use behavioral analysis techniques in their investigations. Criminal profiling has become a standard tool in solving complex cases and has helped bring closure to countless families affected by crime. The introduction of DNA analysis in the 1980s represented perhaps the most significant advancement in forensic science since fingerprinting. This technology revolutionized criminal investigations and has helped solve thousands of cases, including many that had remained unsolved for decades. DNA analysis was first used in criminal investigations in 1986 in England, where it helped solve two cases that had puzzled investigators for years. The success of this early application demonstrated the enormous potential of genetic analysis in law enforcement. The science behind DNA analysis is complex but powerful. Every person has a unique genetic code that can be extracted from tiny samples of biological material. Even microscopic amounts of blood, saliva, or hair can provide enough genetic material for analysis. The development of DNA databases has been crucial to the success of this technology. Countries around the world have established comprehensive genetic databases that allow investigators to compare DNA evidence from crime scenes with known criminals and unsolved cases. One of the most significant applications has been in solving cold cases. Investigators have been able to re-examine evidence from decades-old cases using modern DNA technology, leading to breakthroughs in cases that seemed hopeless. The Combined DNA Index System, CODIS, in the United States has been particularly effective. This database contains millions of genetic profiles and has helped link crimes across different jurisdictions, revealing patterns that individual investigators might never have discovered. DNA analysis has also been crucial in preventing wrongful convictions. The Innocence Project has used DNA testing to exonerate hundreds of people who were wrongly convicted of serious crimes, demonstrating both the power and the importance of accurate forensic science. The technology continues to evolve rapidly. Modern DNA analysis can work with increasingly small and degraded samples. Investigators can now extract usable genetic information from evidence that would have been considered worthless just a few years ago. Familial DNA searching represents another major advancement. This technique allows investigators to identify suspects by finding genetic relatives in DNA databases, even when the actual perpetrator's DNA isn't in the system. This approach has solved numerous high-profile cold cases. The international cooperation enabled by DNA technology has been remarkable. Police forces worldwide now share genetic information to solve crimes that cross national boundaries. This cooperation has been essential in solving complex international cases. The rise of computer technology has created entirely new categories of crime, forcing law enforcement to develop sophisticated digital forensic capabilities. These techniques have become essential for solving modern criminal cases and protecting society from cyber threats. Digital forensics began in the 1980s as personal computers became more common. Early investigators had to learn computer technology on their own, often developing techniques through trial and error. Today, digital forensics is a highly specialized field, requiring extensive training and certification. Computer evidence can be found in almost any modern criminal case. Cell phones, laptops, tablets, and other digital devices often contain crucial evidence about criminal activities, communications, and planning. Even deleted files can often be recovered using specialized software. The development of mobile device forensics has been particularly important. Modern smartphones contain enormous amounts of personal data, including location information, communications, photos, and internet activity. This data can provide investigators with detailed timelines of criminal activities. Internet investigations have become a major focus for law enforcement agencies worldwide. Investigators now track criminal activities across social media platforms, encrypted messaging systems, and dark web marketplaces. These investigations often require sophisticated technical skills and international cooperation. The challenge of encryption has forced investigators to develop new approaches to digital evidence. While encryption protects legitimate privacy, it can also hide criminal activities. Law enforcement agencies have had to balance privacy rights with public safety concerns. Cryptocurrency investigations represent a newer area of digital forensics. Criminal organizations increasingly use digital currencies for money laundering and illegal transactions. Investigators have developed techniques to track these transactions through blockchain analysis. Cloud computing has created additional challenges and opportunities for digital investigators. Evidence may now be stored on servers around the world, requiring international cooperation and complex legal procedures to access. However, cloud storage also means that evidence is often preserved even when local devices are destroyed. Social media intelligence has become crucial for modern investigations. Criminal organizations often use social media platforms for communication and recruitment. Investigators analyze social networks to understand criminal relationships and predict future activities. The rapid pace of technological change means that digital forensics must constantly evolve. New devices, applications, and communication methods create new opportunities for criminal activity, requiring investigators to continuously update their skills and techniques. The development of international police cooperation has been essential for solving criminal cases that cross national boundaries. Interpol and other international organizations have created systems that allow law enforcement agencies worldwide to share information and coordinate investigations. Interpol was established in 1923 but became particularly important in the modern era as criminal organizations became increasingly international. The organization now connects police forces from 194 countries, making it the world's largest international police organization. The development of international databases has been crucial for cross-border investigations. Interpol maintains databases of known criminals, stolen property, travel documents, and other information that helps investigators track criminal activities across multiple countries. Modern communication technology has greatly enhanced international police cooperation. Investigators can now share information instantly with colleagues around the world, allowing for real-time coordination of international investigations. Joint task forces have become common for investigating major international criminal organizations. These operations combine resources and expertise from multiple countries, allowing investigators to tackle complex criminal networks that operate across borders. The European Police Office, Europol, has been particularly effective in coordinating investigations within Europe. This organization has helped solve numerous major cases by facilitating cooperation between European law enforcement agencies. Mutual legal assistance treaties have created formal frameworks for international cooperation in criminal investigations. These agreements allow countries to share evidence and coordinate prosecutions, even when their legal systems are very different. Training and education programs have helped standardize investigative techniques worldwide. Investigators from different countries now receive similar training, making international cooperation more effective and efficient. The fight against organized crime has been a major focus of international cooperation. Criminal organizations that operate across borders require coordinated responses from multiple law enforcement agencies. International cooperation has been essential for disrupting these organizations. Cybercrime investigations particularly require international cooperation because internet-based crimes can involve servers and suspects in multiple countries. Law enforcement agencies have developed specialized procedures for investigating crimes that span multiple jurisdictions. The development of forensic psychology has provided law enforcement with powerful tools for understanding and predicting criminal behavior. This scientific approach has helped solve complex cases and prevent future crimes. Forensic psychology combines principles of psychology with criminal justice to help investigators understand why crimes occur and how to prevent them. This field has grown significantly in recent decades as our understanding of human behavior has advanced. Criminal assessment techniques help investigators evaluate the mental state and motivations of suspects. These assessments can provide crucial insights into criminal behavior and help predict future actions. The study of criminal typologies has revealed important patterns in criminal behavior. Researchers have identified different types of criminal personalities and the behavioral characteristics associated with each type. This knowledge helps investigators understand and predict criminal actions. Investigative interviewing techniques based on psychological principles have greatly improved the effectiveness of suspect and witness interviews. These techniques help investigators obtain more accurate and complete information while avoiding the problems associated with coercive interrogation methods. Risk assessment tools help law enforcement agencies evaluate the likelihood that criminals will commit future offenses. These tools use psychological and behavioral factors to predict recidivism, helping with decisions about prosecution and sentencing. Victim psychology has become an important area of study for investigators. Understanding how victims respond to criminal acts helps investigators conduct more effective interviews and provide better support services. The psychology of eyewitness testimony has revealed important limitations in human memory and perception. This research has led to improved procedures for conducting lineups and interviewing witnesses, reducing the risk of wrongful convictions. Criminal rehabilitation programs based on psychological principles have shown promise in reducing recidivism. These programs address the underlying psychological factors that contribute to criminal behavior, helping prevent future crimes. The study of criminal decision-making processes has provided insights into how criminals choose their targets and methods. This research helps law enforcement develop more effective prevention strategies. Modern technology has revolutionized criminal investigations. providing law enforcement with tools that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. These technological advances have made investigations more efficient and effective while helping to ensure public safety. Automated fingerprint identification systems have greatly improved the speed and accuracy of fingerprint analysis. These systems can search through millions of fingerprint records in seconds, helping investigators quickly identify suspects and link crimes. Advanced imaging technology allows investigators to examine evidence in unprecedented detail. High-resolution cameras, microscopes, and scanning systems can reveal evidence that would be invisible to the naked eye. Geographic Information Systems, GIS, help investigators analyze crime patterns and predict where future crimes might occur. These systems combine crime data with geographic information to identify hotspots and deploy resources more effectively. Surveillance technology has become increasingly sophisticated, providing investigators with new tools for gathering evidence. Advanced camera systems, facial recognition technology, and automated license plate readers help law enforcement monitor criminal activities. Laboratory automation has greatly improved the speed and accuracy of forensic analysis. Automated systems can process DNA samples, analyze chemical evidence, and compare ballistic evidence much faster than traditional manual methods. Mobile forensics technology allows investigators to examine digital evidence in the field. Portable devices can extract and analyze data from cell phones and other digital devices without having to transport them to specialized laboratories. Artificial intelligence is beginning to play a role in criminal investigations. AI systems can analyze large amounts of data to identify patterns and connections that human investigators might miss, helping to solve complex cases more quickly. Database integration has improved information sharing within and between law enforcement agencies. Modern systems allow investigators to quickly access information from multiple databases, providing a more complete picture of criminal activities. Communication technology has enhanced coordination between different law enforcement agencies. Secure communication systems allow investigators to share sensitive information in real time, improving the effectiveness of joint operations. These advances in criminal investigation have transformed law enforcement and made our communities safer. The development of criminal profiling, DNA analysis, digital forensics, international cooperation, forensic psychology, and technological innovations has given investigators powerful tools for solving crimes and preventing future offenses. What makes these developments particularly remarkable is how they've evolved from simple beginnings into sophisticated scientific disciplines. Early criminal profilers worked largely through intuition and experience. Today's behavioral analysts use rigorous scientific methods and computer models to create detailed profiles. Similarly, forensic science has evolved from basic fingerprint analysis to sophisticated DNA testing, digital forensics, and automated evidence processing. These advances have not only made investigations more effective, but have also helped prevent wrongful convictions and ensure justice. The international dimension of modern criminal investigation reflects the globalized nature of many crimes. Criminal organizations that operate across borders require coordinated responses from law enforcement agencies worldwide. The development of international cooperation mechanisms has been essential for addressing these challenges. The integration of technology into criminal investigations continues to accelerate. New tools and techniques are constantly being developed, giving investigators ever more powerful capabilities for solving crimes and protecting public safety. These advances have also raised important questions about privacy, civil liberties, and the proper balance between security and freedom. Law enforcement agencies must carefully consider these issues as they develop and deploy new investigative technologies. The human element remains crucial despite all these technological advances. Skilled investigators, forensic analysts, and prosecutors are still essential for solving crimes and ensuring justice. Technology provides powerful tools, but human expertise is required to use them effectively. Education and training have become increasingly important as investigative techniques become more sophisticated. Law enforcement agencies must invest heavily in training their personnel to use new technologies and techniques effectively. The future of criminal investigation will likely bring even more remarkable advances. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and advanced biotechnology may provide investigators with capabilities that seem like science fiction today. Understanding how these investigative techniques have developed helps us appreciate the scientific approach to solving crimes and protecting society. These advances represent the triumph of systematic investigation over random violence and criminal behavior. If this educational content helped you understand how modern criminal investigations work and how forensic science has evolved, make sure you're subscribed for more content about law enforcement, forensic science, and criminal justice. What other aspects of criminal investigation would you like us to explore? Leave your suggestions in the comments below, and remember, understanding these techniques helps us appreciate the dedicated work of law enforcement professionals who keep our communities safe.